Hello. Good evening. And we're jumping right into some artwork because I'm very late. I apologize. You'd not believe. Actually, no, you would entirely believe the amount of crap that I was just trying to fix because I made the I made the mistake of walking away and allowing all of my software to just go, you know what? That zip guy, just want to mess with him. Just want to mess with him. Let's stop being responsive, even though he's been working on us for like 4 hours. So, there you go. That's why I'm late. Because of my ridiculous ambitions. I'm not teal. Are you kidding me? Yuck. Do I look like a science officer on Deep Space Nine? No, of course not. Duh. I would clearly be captain material. Duh. There's something not quite right here. There is something not quite right here. There we go. Oh, probably Azure. Yeah. That reminds me, that's a game on the Game Boy Color I played a long time ago. Azure Dreams. Does anyone else remember that? Azure Dreams? Weirdly enough, I think it was actually a port of a PS1 game. But people seem to like the Game Boy Color version quite a bit. Oh, darn it. I should probably announce my stream because I don't. Oh, boo. Everything I use to transmit Blue Sky is currently being used as either a drawing apparatus or a camera. So, whatever. I am under arrest for crimes against creature kind, including arson, unlicensed firefighting, flirting with the enemy, and trading mine secrets for a sandwich. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know. I believe I'm protected by the Lake Geneva Convention. It's called Gen Con. You may have known of it. If this was a real moment, I would now hand you the piece of paper like Ron Swanson that says I can do whatever I want. This track is just dragging. Come on, man. Whap. There we go. Roscoe is not currently with me. That's his loss. That's all right, though. He'll probably show up later. It's what he do. He show up and do what he want. Or he is doggo. I don't think my Musica. There we go. That's what Zippy wants. I have this whole thing with bonsai beats, and it just was not doing what I wanted it to do. Why? Oh, it's a marker. Haha. I was using the wrong pen. There we go. There's some volume. Really, Ferdy, if you want to make oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, if you want to make an arrest, you should arrest the people that were ahead of me at Taco Bell. Those people committed so many fast food crimes, it was ridiculous. I was more incredulous that the police had not intervened by the time these people had finished their order. No, of course not. You're vegan, so all of the Taco Bell I would have gotten would have like touched all of your food, and you would have been like, bleh. Yeah, but it's in the same bag. It's just gonna like. You're the individually wrapped one. Ooh, Steam Deck for $550. That's a good price. That's highly unlikely that you'll wrap me. They don't make Taco Bell wrapping papers that big. I'm resistant to blankets. I generate heat. I don't know about the rest of you mammals, but Tiamat has blessed me with the fire of the red dragon, but the handsomeness of the blue dragon. So that is where we are at with that. Oh, bunny girl, does this work? Yeah, I spent all this time and effort putting the Roscoe cam together, getting that all organized, fighting with it, pleading with it. I was at war with that damn thing for ages. Finally, I get it to display, and the dog is nowhere to be found, so. It fits, unfortunately. I mean, it fits the way that things work out for me, but, you know, it's all right. At some point, he'll be like, I want to be on the TV. He'll be like, well, it's not TV, first and foremost. Bunch of nice people that pity daddy. Yes, I am going forward with the intent of putting out another page next Monday. So this is a big step because my previous schedule has been every 2 weeks. But I feel lately that that time frame has not been a motivator. So you're not motivated enough by pity to stay in a stream. um, but uh, but yeah, I haven't been as motivated as I need to be. Um, so I'm trying to kind of like kickstart the uh, the original kind of feeling that was driving me to get the comic back up and running and rolling again. Um, and having a little bit of a sense of urgency, I think, is going to be helpful. We'll see if it affects. We'll see if it affects the quality of the comic or anything like that. I don't think it will. I mean, I used to do this twice a week. I was doing that for years. And as far as I can tell, I'm not dead. So okay, Nose, guess what? You don't like me. And that's fine. You don't have to like me. But can you please be a somewhat equilateral triangle? How is this guy gonna swoon people with a weird nose? Doggo knew what I was doing, what I was planning, and wants no part. Must have been the one that sabotaged the Wednesday stream. I wouldn't put it past him. He's a shepherd, so he's incredibly intelligent. He may have seen my folly ahead of time and been just like, oh, no, not this day. This day we fight. Is my stabilization too high? Let's find out. Maybe that was it. Maybe my stabilization was too high. That's a bit better. Sorry to break it to me like this. You're dead and in hell, and we're personally assigned demon team. That tracks. That tracks. Last week especially was a very telling of that. Way to tip your hand. The ultimate artist's hell. Constant imposter syndrome. Boy, you really know how to tailor that. I don't know. Check your notes. Oh, fathead. All right. Am I on? Let me jump back over to this pen. Crispy pen. No, I get it. I get it. Okay, this pen is 8 kinds of enormous. seems to be a little bit more responsive. I did finally do something to help me set up these cameras in the future. All of them had been like named a default name, and they're all iPhones, so I could never tell which one was which just by looking at it in like OBS, for example, when I was trying to select a source. So I'd select the wrong camera over and over again. Like, why is it doing this? So finally had the brilliant idea to just go ahead and rename those. That seems to have helped a little bit. But yeah, this crispy pen is working a lot better. Yeah, good tech support that I did. AKA did what I probably should have done like 8,000 years ago. All my phones are a little bit older. The one that's currently doing the Roscoe cam is 2016, and then the one that is on my desk camera is a 2020. The 2016, like the battery sucks. I'm actually looking into replacing it. I just watched a couple of replacement videos on it, and it's not too bad, honestly. It's traditional Apple bullshit. I was watching this dude. It's an iPhone SE. What was it, first edition or something, or the original iPhone SE? So it's in the original iPhone dimensions. So it's a very small phone. The face cam. That's Logic Micro Rockcat Razr X1. But yeah, the what is it? The form factor. That's what I was looking for. The form factor of the iPhone SE is the original iPhone, so it's pretty small. I like it though because it's very portable. And there we go. I was just watching a video on replacing the battery in it, and definitely not I would say incredibly easy. It does take some patience, but really, like most small electronics, it just comes down to going slow, being careful, and just not being in a rush. Yep, from all the way back before we needed a phone to replace everything else. Yep. I have the new mic. Yes, the new mic. I say new mic. That was my original mic. It's a Blue Yeti, and it is set up I do have its own channel. So if and when I move over to the desk, it'll actually be set up with the same sound parameters as this. Sound's going to be a little bit different because right here, my work slash streaming desk has a lot of sound dampening foam on it. This little corner, anyway, and not so on the other side of the room here. But no, it'll be cool. Looking forward to trying it. And it's interesting because it's all a learning process. Gosh, I went to school for stuff like this, but it's changed so radically that it's nothing like what I learned in school. But it's okay. Learning it now and I don't know. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of like the way people talk about Bloodborne or Dark Souls bosses. It's like, yes, it's super annoying. You keep dying over and over and over again. But then that one time that you finish it and you actually make it, it's really just like cathartic. And I don't feel any of that when I'm working with this stuff. It's just unbridled rage. But nah, it's cool. It's like once I figure it out, it's fine. I think what always gets me with machines, or what gets me with technology in general, is that the majority of devices and computers and everything that I work with operate on logic. And when things do not move in a logical pattern that I can see, that's when I get frustrated. That's when I start like getting mad, because it's like, no, this is a logic puzzle. Why is my logic not solving this puzzle? Um, so I mean that's where that comes from. So it's just kind of how I operate, but it's interesting. Oh, did I hear back from the furniture store? Not yet. I actually compiled everything, and I'm putting together an email. I'm kind of putting it through a draft or two, because I don't want it to sound super bitchy, but I just want to outline it as, look, here's how you're going to compensate me on this, because this is unacceptable. Fortunately, it's all in my file. It's all been documented already. I mean, they actually have reached out to me. They reached out to me the day before to let me know, oh, by the way, there's a scratch. It's like, oh, sweetheart, there's more than a scratch. Yeah, it's just the thing. It's like, logic dictates that if I set a program to do something, it will not operate outside those parameters. It will do exactly what I've asked it to do and nothing further. And then my computer starts like making fucking ice. It's like, I walk into the room, it's like, it's like, I didn't tell you to do, I told you just to leave the camera on. It's like, oh, I interpreted that as become an ice machine. So that's what I did. Anybody, you're going to have to go ahead and fix all this because I'm not going to help you. I'm actually going to fight you the whole way. Like, my computer basically does the passive resistance kind of thing. didn't want why try to liquid cool me. My PC is actually liquid cooled. My Mac, the Mac Mini, it's air cooled. It'll always be air cooled. If I tried to incorporate any kind of liquid cooling into this thing, it would just explode, and then it would send a memo directly to Tim Cook, and then I'd be well and truly buggered. Yeah, if I look at my Mac Mini weird, it might absolutely freak out. Actually, funny enough, the intercooler on my gaming PC was the first thing to go out. I was still playing Overwatch at the time, if I remember correctly, and then my computer was just like not doing like the "hey, we're gonna shut down" thing. It just would just be gone, completely out, and I'd be like, what? And then I finally did some more troubleshooting, and I looked into it and found out that the temperatures in my machine were way too high, and they'd get to near the surface of the sun levels of heat, and then the computer would simply collapse on its own ridiculousness. Got that intercooler fixed. And this last, what was the last thing that was causing? I can't even rightly remember what the last major issue was. Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Black Box is 9 times out of 10, the stuff that I end up seeing my computers doing completely breaks any kind of semblance of logic or any kind of semblance of normalcy. It does reinforce my my theory that my life is basically the Truman Show. So, just haven't seen a crafty services table anywhere yet. God. Oh, Ferdy, by the way, I was at a local Mexican place yesterday. Not yesterday, a couple days ago. And they had wrestling on. I couldn't tell what was going on, but there were, I think John Cena was there, and there were men jumping around and hitting each other. And I thought to myself, that seems like a crazy waste of energy. And I thought, Ferdy'd like that. Then I had my burrito. No, I had a good time. Oh, that shoulder is way too prominent here. She's tilted away. Should not be as huge enormous as it was. Come on, Zeb. An artist struggling with perspective? Nah. Have I heard of a Game Boy game called Summon Night Swordcraft Story? Yes, I have, and I love Summon Night. I have the first 2 Summon Night games on Game Boy Advance. I have the cartridges. They are mere feet from me right now. And I just recently found that there was a 3rd one produced in Japan that has been fan translated. So that was exciting, and I would definitely like to get into that. That might be something I jump into, although I know that there's not a whole lot of call for long RPG series. But you know what? Maybe it's just what I want to play. Who knows? There was also a Summon Night Twin Age on the DS that I definitely have to play. It looks really good. I've heard nothing but good stuff about it. Oh, rookie mistake, Black Fox. Rookie mistake. Always save. Save early, save often. That is RPG. Rule number 1 is always save that game. I still remember when the original PlayStation came out. Some people had gotten it before getting memory cards. The whole aspect of having game data being stored on your on a removable bit of media on your game console was so new and so different that people didn't think about it. So there were legit people playing Final Fantasy VII without a save card. And apparently there were some horror stories about people getting up to like Genova not having saved yet. It's like, oh no. But yeah, the Summon Night series is really cool. I actually do need to jump back into those. For those of you who haven't seen it, the Summon Night series takes the kind of traditional top-down RPG exploration, and then whenever you get into a fight with monsters or anything, it switches to a side-scrolling fighting game. It's a really neat design. It's a really unique game system, and I quite enjoyed it when I was playing it back in Yandere, which was a Tuesday. Hope you know. But yeah, it does a side-scrolling fighting game. And oh, excuse me, let's hit a potion here. Wow, still no Roscoe. You know what? It's probably because he's on the couch. When Roscoe's on the couch, that is where he wants to be. That's his little perch. And that's absolutely where he just kind of chills in the evening hours. So I may have to recalculate the Roscoe cam, or at the very least, like put like a peanut butter bone or something on the bed or something. I can do better than that. Greetings, Lilith. A PS1 game like that with Fantasy Mechs. That might be Steam Tactics? Steambot Chronicles, possibly? I remember the Steambot Chronicles was like PS2. What am I thinking? Gosh, Fantasy Mechs on PS1. I'll have to look into that because I can't remember that one. There were so many games for the PS1. It's insane. I remember when I was I was considering collecting the um, a Dolphin Pope mech. Is it okay, Lilith? You've been maybe struck on the head recently, or just not feeling good? No, I don't recall. I really don't. But yeah, there were so many games for the PS1. And to be fair, the PS1 was like the first like super uh, adopted platform for lots of licensed games. Like there were licensed games for the NES, the Master System, Genesis and everything, but the PS1 just had every license possible. I used to think that the North American release um, list for the NES was a ton. Like it was like 700 something games, and then like it turns out like the PS1. I think the PS1 has at least over 1,000 games. Um, how many of those are worthwhile? But it's good to see you, Lilith. Welcome to the stream. You may notice a few newer things. We have the Roscoe Cam. Unfortunately, the Roscoe Cam is not currently populated by Roscoe, but eventually, kind of hoping. One of the mechs was called the Shark King and had sword hands. I don't know about you, but I actually really want to play this now. The only worthwhile PS1 game is that Yu-Gi-Oh game that takes people 50 plus hours to speedrun. I don't know. I don't think you're accounting for Twisted Metal 2. The only game that lets you effectively drive a ice cream truck around to kill your friends. What was I doing with this sketch? I get so lost in my own sketches sometimes, and I did it again. This is supposed to be a vector layer. It is not. Oh, to be fair, I definitely played more Nintendo than anything. My friends had PS1, N64, PS2, Xbox. I think the only systems I had myself, just on my lonesome, I think was my Game Boy Advance and my Game Boy Color. I had an NES, but that was from a long time ago. Okay, this bunny girl, I need to figure you out because I don't know what your pose is right now. Man, who taught me to elbow? Do, 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 do. Yeah. You had a Game Boy Pocket you got in trouble for buying. Yeah. Them video games will rot your brain. proceeds to watch 50 decades worth of Fox News. What if I just, you know what? I don't say this often, but your face is in the way. I'm gonna get rid of it. Let's get rid of that face. And you know what? Your shoulder too. We're gonna make it a combo. It's a twofer. When I was at Gen Con one year, it was well after the Xbox had come out. There was a tournament for Crimson Skies. I don't know if you remember that one. But I loved Crimson Skies. My buddy had it, and anytime they were done playing Halo, I'd be like, "Yo, you mind if I play Crimson Skies?" And they'd be like, "It's 2 a.m. Go ahead." So I'd play Crimson Skies a lot. And then at Gen Con one year, I found out there was a Crimson Skies tournament. I'm like, "Bros, I gotta do this," and they're just like, they had already moved on, so they weren't there. So I jumped into this tournament, and one of my buddies stuck around and watched. He was impressed, but I won. I won the whole thing. There were like 5 of us, so it wasn't like this enormous thing. But I won it, and I was just like, "Oh, cool, that's awesome." And then the other players were just like, "Yeah, dude, what's your Xbox Live handle?" I was like, I don't have an Xbox. My friend does. I just really like Crimson Skies." And then I awkwardly left. Oh, man. It's like, you got beaten by someone who doesn't even have an Xbox. Either he's really good or you're really bad. 2 narratives are being crafted from this experience, I guarantee it. I think the real reason I did pretty okay was I think there were 3 of us. I don't think it was like a really super even matchup, but anytime anyone got into any kind of a scrap, I would turn right towards it and I'd just unload and try to hit people. I used the plane. Oh, that's the one. It was the plane that had like the howitzer on it, which I lovingly at that time referred to as Das Bongenspiel, or Bongenspiel. So I would just be at a million miles away, and then I would just boom, and just wait to see a plane explode. Hey Zeb, tell him more about your Crimson Skies victory from the before times, from the long, long ago. For some reason, I'm just having a hell of a time with this, so I'm gonna move on. Hey, to be fair, you can't be a camper in Crimson Skies because you're always moving. There's no way to stop moving in Crimson Skies. I couldn't go prone. Well, I mean, you can go prone in a plane once. Since Thursday will be the last stream day of the month, will it be an art-only day? We'll see. I'm still kind of looking into updating my schedule and changing things up. If I recall correctly, I may actually have time to stream during the day on Thursday. If I get the opportunity, I'll give it a try. But we'll see if it's an art-only stream. I kind of like Stick Figure Harold. I might just leave Stick Figure Harold there. Still don't know what to do with Gremlin Daughter here. Vanguard Bandits. Okay, so I've never played that. Okay. Vanguard Bandits. I'm actually writing it down. I'm writing it down right now because I absolutely want to try that later. Gonna do it. But the paper's so far away. No, it's not. It's in a drawer right next to me. Ha! Yes, it's all coming up. Fabian's it. And I have a pen. That one doesn't work. I think this one does. Vanguard Bandits. Hey, buddy. Bye, buddy. Roscoe was here very briefly. If I know my dog, he is probably laying in the hallway directly outside of the office. Vanguard Bandits. I'll have to double check that. That's awesome. I remember, it's funny because like whenever I think of the PS1, I always think of games like Vandal Hearts. Not Vandal Hearts. What is it? Vagrant Story. That was one. Hi Roscoe. Bye Roscoe. Yeah. He do that. He's kind of walked in and just like, hey, okay, bye. He's doing that thing. Boo. Roscoe, like most young folk, does not approve of my hobbies. Oh, how did this change? I am absolutely certain that me drawing on the tablet probably did something. Oh, yeah. Okay. Did I... Okay, so it's... Okay, the post correction got turned on. Okay. All right. Okay, that's better. That just goes to show, kids, don't use your tablet as a surface to write on when you're writing on a piece of paper. I can't write on the desktop because I have one of those desk mats on it, so it's like nice and squishy and soft. So don't judge me. I am very pleased to announce that there is no longer any snow in my yard. Roscoe is devastated. He loves the snow. He's a huge snow fan. Kid would eat like 8 tons of snow if he could. How about we actually get down there so we can effectively draw a tiny Harold. Harold is not a tiny guy. Harold's a big dude. He's a big sweetie. Hey, he's a stress eater. That's okay. You know, he's trapped. Trapped on a rock in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by sulfur hounds. He's a nervous eater. Oh, I see. So you'll lay in the hallway within eye shot. I can see your little ears. Little bugger. He is laying in the hallway, at the end of the hallway, looking into the office, just kind of giving me this little,
I'm not part of your game, sir.
like how Black Box is like just making this backstory for Harold. Do, 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 do. Wow. It's not a beer gut. It's a fuel tank for a sex machine. Honestly, that t-shirt would probably sell very well here. Mm. What was their call? What were their call letters? 97.7. What was their call letters? The one that I remember from when I was a kid was Z104. Which probably was a prophetic look into my future about how obsessed I would be about Dragon Ball Z. HTZ, pronounced hits. Okay, for some reason, I thought it said Hertz. 97.7 HTZ. The Hits FM. CHTZ FM. I'm gonna make Harold a little bigger here because he deserve it. He big guy, but he also big heart. Harold is definitely friend shaped. I think we all know a Harold. Harold can be bigger as a treat. Treats are the problem. You know how much sugar's in carrots? been hitting the corn. He's been hitting the high fructose. C95 is your station. Hey, Gray. Good to see you. 4 grams per quarter pound. Yeah, they're sugary little bastards, aren't they? Orange, you glad you eat stuff that's not carrots? Got him. Oh, this stupid bunny girl. You know what? I know what. I'm going to draw your parents. Before I forget, though, I'm going to convert this into a vector layer. You know, Vector Luke from Sonic. I'm sorry. I think it's hilarious that she's angry.
Rock 102. 97.1 WIBA FM. The Sturge.
Yeah, well, it definitely would have to be more of like a high school threat to be like, oh, yeah, well, I'm going to draw your parents. Oh, you better behave, young lady, or I'll draw your parents. Yes, I'll draw them through the ether. No orphan can ever resist their parents' ghosts. This Ouija board's gonna get you in trouble, kid. Went to a dark place, but you know what? I had a good time with it, so. Okay, mom is mad, but she's teary mad. I might add the tears in later. She is grumping hard. Oh my god, what a grump. She has resting bunny face. I might jump back to my original best pen. This one is really starting to wig out. Some setting got borked. Four grams of sugar per 3 ounces? Wow, that's actually a lot. That's a lot of sugar for a vegetable to have. A root vegetable, even. Cheap viewers on streamboo.com. Oh boy, that's amazing. I'm super glad that you happened to stop by. Likely ban evader. Show mod icons. Show moderation actions. Clear the chat. Maybe don't do that. Where's my shit? Trying to kill this bot. Cannot seem to find the place that I can make him get got. Where's the mod stuff? Where's my block thing? I can't find it. We're all looking for the block thing. Ooh, find the block thing. Where's the block thing? I don't know. I cannot see it. Where'd it go? There it is. Had to move the thing. Now I move the thing and I can block that bot right now. Shaboom. Now he's dead. Stumbling in the ether. Darkness all around. The bot is all alone. Without a single sound. Thinking to itself. Wonder how I got here. How I got here. Because you're a bot. That's how you got there. Damned forever. In the dark place of the internet of woe. Check out my SoundCloud. Sorry. Oh. Find the block thing. Find the block thing. Kill the bots that invading your stream. Use the block thing indiscriminately. Killing bots left and right. Like a Jackie Chan on internets and stream. Jackie Chan never killed a guy. At least that's what we all know. That Jackie Chan, he's got a classy show. Doo 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 boo 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 doo boo. There was a bot, he was restricted, now he's dead. I don't know why this is so entertaining. Probably isn't to anyone else. Oh, man. Found the block thing, found the block thing. Blocking bots left and right, making sure they can't put up fights. Interrupting the stream, making people uncomfortable. It's a comfortable stream, like a sweater your grandma gave you when you didn't appreciate it. You pull it out of a box, and you start to laugh because grandma was so entertaining. She doesn't look mad. Oh, man. Yeah, actually, I'm kind of happy with how Block Thing turned out. Oh, my God. I'm sorry Blue has an EP, but you got to get your eeps in. When the eeps hit, man. I got to find some nice way of saying bullshit. Kind of like how in, what is it, in Star Wars they say bantha fodder or poodoo or whatever. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I always admired guys like Wayne Brady who could come up with like entire songs on their own. I can hold my own if the melody is simple enough, or at the very least if I can figure out what key it's in. Usually I'm okay. Usually I can come up with some fun lyrics. I will probably go over the recording on that. All right. So get that little opposite way of that going. simple object for you to draw. Me, of course. A good simple object for you to draw. How about a beach ball? Gives you some opportunity to do like a three-dimensional perspective.
And colors.
Oh, Ferdy, I've got it actually. It's backwards. Well, it's not backwards, but it's really more along the lines of like stupid kid going first, women and children first. I heard women first. It's like, come on, it's fine. She'll be okay over there. Stupid. I should have gone first. How do you think I feel? I get to go last. I do feel for you. Triumphant theme. Termination of some kind. Okay. This is an insanely good place to drop off of the drawing stuff. Honey carrot is a cute idea. I can't use it because it is a registered trademark of Monsanto. I don't know if that's true, but at this point, what isn't a registered trademark of Monsanto? Hey-oh. All right. Okay, I'm going to try something new, and it's a little segment I like to call Zib Gonna Show Ya Thing. So we're going to see how this works. Hopefully it works well. I can't verify that it will. But let's find out, shall we? So I am going to take us over to my desk where I have an object I will show you. It is many objects, but it is contained in a single object. Anyway, let's see if I make anything explode. And let's try something new, okay? Let me duck away here for just a moment, and I will be right back. All right, hopefully this is working well. Yeah, it looks like my levels are very similar, so that's good. All right, so welcome to one of my work surfaces here. I am going to, once I get this figured out here, I'm going to show you a thing. Give me just a moment. There's a lot of moving parts when it comes to this stream, as it turns out. Here, Ty. Yoop. This is my Dragon Quest placemat. Big fan of it. Great big fan. There we are. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So I actually have the chat up in another window. So this was kind of an experiment, and it took me a long time to get here. But this is the desk here that I wanted to share, and I'm pretty excited about it. So I figured, why don't I show you something that I really like, which is board game related. So I'm a huge fan and collector of the Hero Quest game that just came out back in 21, the remake of the original. And I wanted to show you some of the expansions because they are very interesting. They've definitely upped their game since 1991. So anyway, let's just give this a shot and start out here. Can I see my own chat while I am watching this stream? Bet I can't. I bet I'm not going to be able to. I bet not. Let's see. Oops, I do not need more audio. Okay, so now I can kind of see what's going on and I can see you guys' chat. So, in any case, so this is the first thing I just want to show off. And it is an expansion for the new Hero Quest, and it's called The Frozen Horror. This is an homage to the original release back in '91, and they were very faithful to it, but they've also really upped the quality. And I just wanted to share it because I think it's really cool. It's something I'm very into. Hoping other people will be into it as well. My overhead light is a little destructively powerful at times, so I apologize. I'm going to try to keep it from being as glary as possible. But look at this cover. So automatically you know this is going to be some hardcore adventuring because check out the Frozen Horror by himself. I mean, he's amazing. He's this huge beast, this ice beast creature. We have a Yeti hiding over here in the corner, and then there's some little ice gremlins. So very much a theme for this. I apologize if the video is backwards. I wonder if I can fix that. In any case, the text isn't really super important. Just says Frozen Horror Quest Pack. And this is based off of the Barbarian Quest that was put out in 1991. It was not this expansive, to this extent anyway, but yeah, so this is an extension to the base game. And let's take a look at it. It's also got plenty of info on the back. Oh, there's more text. Oh no, it's flipped backwards. Not stick over it. But yeah, a little bit of a preview of the cool stuff that's actually showing up in here. So, moving on. And chat, can you hear me at all? Are you still going, chat? Okay, for some reason my chat is not updating. That is unfortunate. Okay. Well, I will just jump over to the chat by itself. There we go. Huh. For some reason my chat just is not updating on this side of things. It's almost like I didn't think ahead. I totally did. But I apologize if I don't answer you right away. I'll be ducking between my setup here and in the other side of the room where the chat is. So anyway, at least I can have video, and I guess if there are any questions, we can wait until the end, or I'll duck back and forth a couple times, just to facilitate that. Okay, so at the very least, I have video, so I can see precisely what I'm doing, so that's good. Anyway, so let's take a look at this HeroQuest package box. Put that over here. Zoop. This is the necessary advertisement for the HeroQuest companion app. Neat thing about this game is they decided to make a companion app that plays the bad guy. Normally in the original game, you would have to have players that are playing the heroes and a player that's playing the bad guy. Zargon, the evil wizard, who controls the monsters and the dungeon and everything. Fortunately, they made it so you don't have to have one of your friends be the bad guy, which I think is a great idea. That's really cool. I love cooperative games, so that's a huge jump up in quality, in my opinion. Speaking of quality, we've got these awesome tiles. They're all double-sided. They have lots of great artwork on them. These are incredibly well done. Beautiful artwork, and just neat stuff in here. Lots of icy hallways, a cavern, some I believe there's a cage in here as well. I scoot this over, maybe you can see everything. No, all right, how about here? Hey, there we go. But yeah, so lots of awesome tiles to kind of modify your dungeons with. Also some skills. But yeah, very cool dungeon tiles. The quest book here, which I am contractually obligated to announce that it has cracking sword and sorcery scenarios, each one more different than the last, and none more different than the dreaded blank map, which you can use to create your own deadly scenarios. But it's a great quest. All kinds of new stuff in here. The artwork is definitely much more stylized than in the 1991 release, but it's really good. It's very colorful. It's very well defined. There's a lot in there. I could go over the artwork for ages, both in positive and negative lights, but it's definitely a step up from nothing, which is what we had for the longest time. There's that ice gremlin, I believe. You see him now? Yeah, there he is. Yeah, it's the ice gremlin. It's pretty awesome. Pretty scary. And that is, this was actually something that was introduced in the original 91 release, was a female barbarian. She is loosely based off of, from what I can tell, she's loosely based off of like the Conan the Destroyer costume, but she's awesome. Big fan. Really cool that they have that same homage to the original. So that's cool. But yeah, the quest book has all kinds of different stuff. Oh, that is a polar werebear. He will destroy you with his club and his claws. So he's wicked cool. Definitely awesome. Mentor, your wizard teacher. But then just has all of the adventures and quests in there, as per every HeroQuest game. Everything is all laid out. So if you were playing Zargon, if you were the wizard, you'd have all of the information at your fingertips as to what enemies go where there are traps, where there are treasures, and all kinds of stuff. So very cool there. I very much like that. So, let me zip back over to the chat real quick. So yeah, apologize for the lamp. It is a little bit strong. Does probably need to be diffused a little bit, but that's why we try this. So we learn. Yeah, that's the quest book. Again, just really, really high quality, really beautiful. One of those things where I am fairly certain that Hasbro just kind of let Avalon Hill run wild and just make a really nice product. I'm not always a huge fan of Hasbro, but I'm a big fan of what they allowed Avalon Hill to do with this stuff. So awesome there. So that's the quest book. Now we get to the miniatures. There are a ton of minis in this box. It's one of the points that I kind of wanted to make with this release is that even if you don't play HeroQuest, even if you play Dungeons and Dragons or other role-playing games, um, these box sets are an amazing idea to pick up because of the sheer magnitude of stuff in them for the price. Um, so this is a halberdier. A little difficult to see in this kind of format. I apologize for that. Um, Definitely trying to work with a laggy bit there of camera work. But let me see if I can get the light to. There we go. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. Okay. But yeah, one of the halberdiers. This is actually one of the characters that you can hire as a hero. You can use a halberdier from time to time. Very nice figure. This is a great figure, just a utility figure in general. This would make an incredible town guard. This would make a great mercenary. You name it. This mini is, without a doubt, one of the most useful ones you could find in a box like this. And you get 3 of them, which is great. Let's see. Moving on, we have some crossbow folk. Again, trying to kind of get those under the camera. I may just have to get like a dedicated camera to work on showing off minis. That's something I really would like to show off. Come on now. There you are. Again, just a very good model in general. Not anything crazy to write home about, but again, it's just a straight up crossbow person. And I definitely appreciate that again, they look like a town guard or a mercenary, an assassin, you name it, you can use it for anything. So, awesome there. Also, in there is a great swordsman. There we go. This large fellow is a large blade. And just, again, it just impresses me so much that these are so useful, that these would be so... As a dungeon master, I think these are awesome. I think these are incredible models that are very useful and just fill gaps. You don't always want to be fighting, 6-headed beasts from beyond time. Sometimes you have to fight a mercenary. Sometimes you have to fight an assassin. Things happen. And the last mercenary here is Sword and Shield. Lots of cool relief on the shield. If you can see it there, I believe it's a lion motif. That is kind of a thing throughout the series, is the lion motif. There we go, a little bit better. Nice. It's a lady. A lady with a sword and shield. Again, perfect for any kind of adventurer, a paladin, all kinds of good stuff. Very, very expansive in what you can do with it. And of course, there is the awesome female barbarian. There's a female barbarian in the mythic version of this most recent release, and she's awesome as well. She goes more like straight up barbarian style. This one is definitely more of like a northern, like Norse kind of barbarian, but still awesome. Love the fur boots. Love the fur trim. Very, very nice. Nice shield as well. Got the kind of a twin snakes motif there. Kind of an Ouroboros, I believe. So I can get it into the camera. Time. Might be able to see it. But, there we go. The other nice thing with this particular release, this was a little bit different in the fact that it came with some new dice. These are the same faces that you'd have on the regular dice with HeroQuest, but they are this cool translucent blue. Very, very schmixy. Very icy. I really like these dice, actually. I wish they would make more kind of differently colored dice, but very nice. And you have your movement dice, which normally in HeroQuest are red. The original HeroQuest dice were wood. They were painted red with gold pips, but these are just standard plastic dice. But they're blue, which is great because it goes with the theme. Now you might be thinking to yourself, That's a decent amount of stuff. We're not even done with the box yet. So obviously you see the frozen horror back here. We're gonna leave him for a bit because we've got secret trays. Look at this. Way more stuff. We have extra character sheets for your players. We have the ice bears. Look at these magnificent ice bears. I would absolutely fight these. They are wonderful. This would be excellent for a druid, like a were form. But yeah, ice bears. You have the less impressive but still useful sometimes Yeti. Look at him. Look at this Yeti. Great fur texture on it. Great dangerous pose. It's definitely coming after you. It's not just lumbering at you. This Yeti is absolutely ready for a snack, and it's you. And then we've got, of course, these ice gremlins. Again, the amount of detail on these is actually very impressive, given that the original figures were made in 1991. They were sculpted by Games Workshop, and they weren't as incredibly detailed as this. Obviously, these are, I think these are resin, if not plastic, but they're high quality, and they're actually very durable. They're not going to fall apart anytime soon. Looking forward to painting them because they actually look like they're going to be decent at holding paint. So. Something else that is pretty common with releases for HeroQuest is extra furniture. This particular one has these doors, and these doors are actually meant for the kind of quest beginning and end points. So you have a specific door that you're looking for, a specific exit to the dungeon. This one has the frozen horror motif on the door itself. You can see it's got these really cool little icicles and kind of snow effects on it. Really cool piece, just a really interesting door. Huge keyhole on that door. Absolutely enormous keyhole on that door. But still very cool. And I believe this is the entrance door. Again, really cool kind of frost motif all over it. There's lots of real tiny little icicles. This whole thing looks just absolutely chilly. This looks like the beer closet that the barbarian would have. But yeah, again, really cool miniature, really great addition there. And then of course, there's the big guy, the frozen horror. Something that is kind of really cool about him, aside from the fact that he's massive, and that he just is covered in armor, covered in frost, covered in horns, just nasty. He has his own custom little crackly base. Very cool there. What I think is interesting is that the symbol for the frozen horror is actually on the bottom of his base. So you can see that there. He's got the fangs and the eyes and everything, but it's just a little touch. I think it's really, really cool. They clearly loved this model when they were working on it. But yeah, this is the frozen horror. He's the boss of the whole adventure. That's the frozen horror. But yeah, he's a big, intimidating, scary guy. I would love to use this guy for something like D&D. He'd be such an awesome ice troll, or even some kind of frost giant creature, you name it. But that is the frozen horror expansion for HeroQuest. Again, this is just something I really like. I love miniatures. I love role-playing games. I love dungeon crawls and everything. So the way that Hasbro and Avalon Hill put this together was really inspiring to me. Like, I for some reason, I was so impressed and shocked and surprised at how well this was put together, as well as just how much respect was provided the base materials. It definitely is an homage. It definitely is something that they poured a lot of love into, and I really just want to highlight stuff like that because I feel like it's important to show just really cool stuff that people care about, that they put a lot of time and effort into, and it really paid off. But that is kind of the inaugural Zib shows us a thing. There we go. Every box that's worth keeping has a box fart. So, but yeah, that, like I said, that's the inaugural Zib shows us a thing. And I am going to scoot back over to the other PC, and I'll be back momentarily. Hey, there we go. I muted the other mic, but I did not unmute me. So, but yeah, I was just saying, sorry that I wasn't able to see the chat. I had a plan in place. I had a little tablet that was running Twitch, so I could see my own stream and I could see the chat, but the chat was not updating. So, my apologies. But that was Zib Shows You a thing, and I look forward to kind of maybe doing that from time to time. If folks are interested in seeing more stuff, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It'll be even better if I can get the Twitch chat to show up, so I can respond to it in time. Oh, yeah, Blue. You know, I understand. I understand the confusion, but all I can say is that Polymorph is a hell of a potion. You think I can stand at that desk and be even head height to it in my regular Kobold form? Nay. Nay, Blue Fox. I cannot. I'm a very short, I'm a very diminutive Kobold type person. How dare you? I refuse to use a stepping ladder or a box. How dare you? That's very rude. Ugh. The indignities I suffer just to show people the things that I like. Ugh. It's you know, it's just enough to make you kind of get really upset. Excuse me. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm great. It's okay. It's okay. It's these foxes, man. They just, man. All right. Well, enough tomfoolery. Enough tomfoolery has passed, has gone by. I think we've got a little bit left in the stream. We can try and pick up where we were with good old Samurai Pizza Cats. As Shifter, I don't see the problem. Lou. You angered me. You don't. You don't. You entertain me. So how's about we get some Pizza Cats going here? 1 second. Do. All right. Music, you have done very well this evening. I'm going to go ahead and shut you down. Fa-boop. All right, there we go. Well done, music. Well done. Well done, music. And ba-doop. There we go. All right, and shall we transform into gaming mode? I keep forgetting to go into gaming mode. It's so gaming and so mode. All right, let's see if I can get this running without causing a major international incident. We're gonna see. We're gonna find out. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be wonderful. Y'all are gonna think about it for years to come. You're gonna tell your kids like, "I was there when Zib did the thing," and they'll be like, "Oh, his name was spoken," and then you'll be arrested for speaking my name out loud. Very rude. Very rude. Okay. And is this listed under Samurai Pizza Cats? Yes, it is. Okay. There's the US adaptation. Gotcha. Yeah, you'll get to see the game. Why? Why does it? Why is it saying that? please run the game? That'd be cool if you would. Close down, open MU, reopen it like nothing happened. Okay. Library store couldn't be open. What? What? Are you fucking joshing me right now? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it. Just yeah. There's always gonna have to be some kind of complete bullshittery going on while I'm trying to stream. That's all right. That's okay. We'll get it figured out because that's what we do. Okay, just trying to figure out exactly why it's not doing the thing I needed to do. It's a little concerning because I didn't change anything about OpenMU, and now all of a sudden it's just like, yeah, we can't load the library file. It's just like, um, about that. Where is that library file? Where is it? Maybe if I had my library card, I'd be able to find it. Ha cha cha. Okay, so I'm in the library. That's cool. Right here. Take a look. It's in a book, Reading Rainbow. Where? Where's my shit? Where's my shit at? Let's see, open it. Let's just search. Let's search for it. I promised these people poorly played Japanese games. By God, I'll give it to them. Die trying. Die on Steam. On Steam. On stream. Huh. The hell of a thing. I guess I will try and do what it's saying. Cool. So now Zib finds another emulator. Ah, damn! But our save game was up. Okay. Well, I will have to figure out. I'll have to figure out uh what I can do with that, because if I can't open it through OpenMU, and I can't use the save file that I created originally. My goodness. Okay. Wow. Wow. That's really frustrating. All right. New plan. Where do I keep Mirams at? Where do I keep them? Where do they go? Follow my nose to them. Will say at the very least the Mac hierarchy is somewhat understandable. It's not, it's not simple, but it definitely is better than some of the other ones I've used. Okay, so yeah. Well, god darn it. This is weird. This is weird to me because nothing changed with OpenMU. I was using that, and then all of a sudden I wasn't. Huh. Does this work? Ah? Alright. Perhaps Steam will pull us out of this regrettable situation. No, I'm not using RetroArch. I was using OpenMU since it seemed to be working better on Mac until just this very moment. So, um, da, da, da. Typically, I just try to have the platform that works best. Steam Web Helper, a critical Steam component, is not responding. Wow. Okay. Uh, Jeepers H creepers. So now Steam is borked. I'm beginning to wonder if there's just something wrong that I probably need to take care of. Okay. Um. Let me try to restart Steam without a GPU. That sounds like a great idea. All right. Da, 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 da. Is this what y'all decided to tune in for? Cobalt stumbling around in the dark trying to get his computer to work? At the very least, we're back to form. I mean, that's exactly how I was. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Yes, come for the fuck ups, stay for the. Okay, so even with the GPU acceleration, it's disabled. It's not starting up. Okay. Well, here's what I think I can do. I can do some sketching at the very least. I think I can do that. We're going to find out. I mean, it could very well be that every computer I touch is just completely disabled. But, we'll find out. So, let's exit Steam. Hey. Alas, gaming mode. I must switch back to. I said. There we go. All right. See if the magic rectangle works. Magic rectangle. I have done nothing to the magic rectangle. It is still here. It has not been unplugged. It has not been moved. It is still here. So where the hell? There it is. Okay. I was going to say, where the hell is it? Okay. All right. We have the magic rectangle. All hail the magic rectangle. Good God. This is what I'm talking about, man. I must project some kind of a field because all of this stuff was working fine. It was all working fine. I've even restarted this Mac today to make sure that it was kind of like fresh and that didn't have any kind of processes running in the back. That's incredible. That's incredible. And I literally was using that emulator like 2 days ago. Like 2 days ago. Incredible. Incredible. Some of the most incredible crap I have ever run into. And you know what? Let's get that music back up and going because nuts to this. Nuts to this computer garbage. Nuts to this garbage. My computer won't work and everything's broke and everyone's watching and I can't do it. Streaming in 2015. Probably needs an update, Black Fox. What am I gonna draw? Somebody make a suggestion, Black Fox. If you suggest a fat ass rat, I will probably slap you. I was just drawing bunnies for like an hour 30. Come on, get your head in the game. Come on, get your head in the game. Head is not in the game yet, Bertie. If your head's not in the game, it's somewhere else. Do do do. A brawler wolf. Bounty hunter. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Let's draw a wolf. I've drawn a wolf. I'll draw another one. On hard times. This brawler wolf. Fighting bums. Losing respect for himself and his profession. Definitely feeling all those years. Trying to fight bums. Fighting all of the bums. Maybe you should fight somebody that's not a bum. Like another fighter of equal or lesser skill. Preferably a lesser. Then you'd probably win. But who wins at life? Not this wolf. Probably not anyway. He's fighting bums for food scraps. Probably been there in the alley for 15 years. Just can't stop fighting those bums. I don't know where I'm going with any of this. Oh my god. How did I get here? And where is the block thing? Wolf brawler. I like the idea of a brawler. I just want to get a cool stance for him. Actually, the what I have in my head is the face. He asks if you know it. He asks if you're okay. He knows you're not. Probably took a train to another land far away. Open up the train, there's more bums. God damn it. Can't escape these bum fights. Can't escape these bums. I should probably get off the subject of bum fights. Oh no. Ah, boy, my eyes. I'm glad we're finally getting near the end of winter in general. I hate winter, but it's extremely dry in the house. So when I stream or when I play games, my eyes actually tend to dry out a bit, which is super not my favorite thing. Like it's like not quite a luchador mask, but definitely like an old beaten up mask. a very poor approximation of like a wolf snarl, but this guy's on traps. That Bruce Timm V shape. It traps like Goku. There was an interesting drawing tutorial I was watching where they were talking about the connections of these shoulders, and they were saying a lot of artists miss this when they're first starting out, that the shoulders are actually what connect the pectoral muscles. So they not only do they connect up obviously the arm, but those connections oftentimes can help lead you to a better anatomical result when you're drawing. So like there, I had an incredible amount of too much body, and even though he is still huge, this is actually a little bit better in terms of his size here. Yeah, see? As the shoulder deforms, so does the upper pectoral. And that's usually kind of, I would say it's kind of epitomized or emphasized with that armpit muscle right there, the kind of connecting tissue for the pectoral. Lately, I have actually been breaking up character shapes to include their rib cages. Since the ribs, while being flexible, they're the most non-bendy part of the torso. So it gives me a good idea as to what the kind of end of motion is there, or at the very least where the motion stops. That's neat. This fella has a bit too much pectoral. That's okay. Got these big old meaty fingers. I believe you mean the awesome Van Helsing movie with the rapid fire crossbow. Try being me in the theater when you see a crossbow going. All right, these big fingers are doing nothing. The thumb's great. Thumb's great. Loving the thumb. Thumb's doing awesome. Thumb, you can keep on doing what you're doing. I need these fingers to get figured out. Oh, did we go to the pen tool for some reason? Pen tool is a no-no tool for sketching. That elbow in there. With a little bit of elbow fluff. Clean up that joint. And emphasize the bicep. Not sure what he's doing with that arm. This isn't too bad, actually. I could continue on with this one. See where it takes me. Sure, he has like fighter's tape all over his hands. Kind of weird leather baldric thing that's kind of been beaten up over the years. Sure, he has all kinds of scars, mental and physical. All the good major characters are psychologically damaged. He does not eat well. And music. Music, you stopped. Why did you stop music? Is there a reason? Okay. I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen. Yeah, there should have been music going for a bit here, but I seem to have lost that as well. Oh, I bet I know what the problem is. I bet I know what the problem is. My goodness. There we go. I had the audio source hidden, so my bad. I could hear it. None of you could hear it. Boy, was it awesome. It'll never play again. All right. Got a little bit of a tail back there. Showing up for the voice. Never a very good idea. Maybe I've got a cold. Maybe I'm not in there. Maybe I just don't wanna talk. Gonna do it anyway. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, I think he'd be a pretty good, pretty good start. Really work on that. That's a good suggestion. Thank you. Everything is so 80s. Everything is so 80s. Oops. Come on, just select the thing I want. Okay. Well, it's all of my everything else seems to be falling apart, and I'm running out of steam for drawing. I think I'm gonna call it here. A little bit shorter than my usual stream, so I apologize for that. But learned a lot, and I'm hoping that my next stream will be a little less kaboomered. But yeah, we got a lot done. I mostly inked all of that comic. I just have to figure out how that bunny girl's gonna work. God, just put her in the absolute worst position. And I showed you a thing. and we did a little bit of sketching. So not terrible. I've had worse streams, but I've had better streams. But thanks everyone for being here. Appreciate it. I will likely be here again on Thursday night. And if I have the opportunity to stream during the week here, I will certainly do so. Probably will do so without a mic. But yeah. So everybody have a good night. Great to see you again, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.